And finally, for today's episode, let's turn to Ashley Chisholm for a look at Adventist history.
This week, we learn about the life and ministry of Walter Scragg.
Welcome to This Week in Adventist History. We take a look at the life of Walter Robert Lambert Scragg, ordained this week in 1956 on January 17th. Scragg was born in New Zealand in 1925, the son of an Adventist minister, and grew up in New Zealand and Australia, wherever his father's work took the family. He began denominational work in 1942 with a position with the Sanitarium Health Food Company in order to raise money for his education at Australasian Missionary College, today's Avondale University College. He commenced his studies there in 1943, graduated in 1945 from the Ministerial Training Course. He took additional nursing training and earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Adelaide. He married in 1951, and he and his wife Elizabeth had 3 children. After Scragg's ordination in 1956, the family moved to Wahroonga, Australia, for him to begin work as the associate speaker for the Voice of Prophecy radio broadcast. While still in Australia, he held various positions, mostly related to radio and television evangelism. In 1966, Scragg was invited to become Associate Secretary of the General Conference's Radio and Television Department, moved up to the leadership role in 1972, and ran the department's successor, Communications, until 1975. After that, he served as president of the Northern European West Africa Division, and then as the president of the Australasian Division, which during his tenure became the South Pacific Division. In 1990, he became director of Adventist World Radio and retired in 1996 and returned home to Australia in 2000. He died September 20th, 2010, after a long life of service, both at the cutting edge of evangelism and as a steady administrator. To learn more about Scragg's life and work, visit encyclopedia.adventist.org to read the article about him. His story comes from This Week in Adventist History.